Ooh, the sun has just come out. Yes. We love that shine. Hi, it's Scola and welcome back to my channel. So if you've seen my last video, you know that I'm currently going through a bit of a transformation, and I have gone through a pretty big transformation so far. So today I wanted to get in depth about what I've been eating in order to lose weight and just make progress in general. But before we get into that, if you haven't already, you might as well just make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you don't miss out on any videos that I've been uploading. But anyway, let's get into some disclaimers just to start off. I know you guys don't like disclaimers, but honestly, they are very necessary. I just want to make sure you guys know that I'm not claiming to be a dietitian, a nutritionist, or anything like that. I am a personal trainer with a sports nutrition certificate, but by no means am I saying you have to do what I'm about to say that I have done. It's important to do your research, seek the help of a professional if you feel that you need one, but just don't jump on the first thing that you hear. Right, so I'm gonna just get cracking. I have split this video up into the three main things that have really helped me. I found a formula that just works for me, okay? So we're going to be talking calories, fasting, and keto. So number one, let's start off with calories. So one of the first decisions I made in my journey was to count calories. Now I know it does not work for everybody, and whilst it can really negatively affect some people really thrive on counting calories, and I'm one of those people. I just like the facts. This is what I'm going to be putting into my body, and this is how much I burn and all that good stuff. So basically I have made sure that I've been in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. Any diet you have ever tried, one of the main reasons that a diet might be successful, it is because it puts you in a calorie deficit for whatever reason. Some diets tend to cut out food groups so that you end up losing weight because you've cut out calories from something you'd usually be eating. Maybe a diet requires you to just eat one meal a day or something like that, which again would cut out calories. All these diets, I promise you, it all comes down to one thing. It requires you to cut out some calories and put you in a calorie deficit. So they do say that there's roughly about 3,500 calories in 1 pound. I don't focus too much on that. I'm not like counting every single calorie that I eat and then counting all the calories that I'm burning to make sure that I'm in a deficit of 3,500 by the end of the week, because that's just a little bit extra, and it's not always that exact. You never know that. You might end up walking a little bit more that day, so you end up losing a little bit more that day, and then another day maybe you spend more time just sitting around, so then you don't burn as many calories and you're not as active. It's little stuff like that that just can make it fluctuate. So it's never an exact science you can get right, if that makes sense, but it's definitely something helpful just so that you know what you need to be doing in order to see the results you want to see. Also, I just wanted to let you know that I have launched a Patreon page, so if you're looking for more support with your journey, then definitely go and check that out. Over there I'm basically like your personal trainer and helping you out with your health and fitness, so I will leave a link to that down below. So the second thing I want to talk about is fasting, okay? Fasting. So this is a touchy one, because when you think of fasting, you think of starving, you think of hunger, you think of something negative, which is fair enough, but fasting, when it's used right, can actually work out really well in your favor. Now, I'm sure lots of you guys have heard over the years that you should not miss breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But what if I told you it isn't exactly the most important meal of the day? Basically, that notion that you have to eat first thing when you wake up isn't necessarily true. So I feel like this advice was given out because there were studies that found that if you skipped breakfast, you are more likely to eat a lot more throughout the day, mostly because you're making out for that missed meal. But if you consciously made the decision not to eat breakfast because you wanted to, for example, put most of your calories in the rest of your meals for the rest of the day, you would have a better success rate. And this is what we call intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is basically where instead of spreading out all the food you eat over like 12 hours, for example, like you're gonna be eating from 9 AM in the morning and you'll stop eating at like 9 PM in the evening. Instead of doing that, you might just stretch out that fasting period and make sure that you don't eat until about 1 PM in the day, and then you make sure that you stopped eating by maybe 7 or 8 PM in the evening. So the reason why intermittent fasting is really good is because when you're in a calorie deficit, your meals are going to be considerably smaller. When I am eating 3,000 calories, each meal can be pretty big and I feel pretty full every time I eat. But when I'm in a calorie deficit, my meals are going to be small, and if I'm spreading them across 12 hours, each meal is going to be like a little snack. And if that's how you like to eat, that is completely fine. For me personally, I like to make a meal that's fairly sizable and has a lot on the plate. And I just found with the calorie deficit, I wasn't really enjoying my food as much because I was not getting to eat in the same way I would have liked to normally. So when you have 1,500 calories in, for example, 2 meals rather than spread out across 6 meals, it is so satisfying. And for me personally, that has really worked for me. And I think that's been the most eye-opening thing, is that I was eating such a big meal in the morning, and in the morning I don't really need that energy. I can actually keep going. I feel alert, I feel alive, I feel on it for most of the morning. So I just felt like I did not need a meal for breakfast. Some days I do, and that's the thing. It's all about listening to your body, because that's all I did. I just naturally started intermittent fasting, and it's something I tried before on purpose, and then actually I just started noticing, do you know what? I don't really feel like eating breakfast. Or it'll get to the evening and I'm like, I actually don't like eating this close to bedtime. And number 3, the third thing that has really helped me when it came to my transformation, and that is keto. This is the one that I'm most apprehensive about talking about a lot, but I actually have talked about it a lot on my channel. So if you want to find out why I went keto in more detail, then definitely go and check out my why I've gone keto video. And then I've also done a what I eat in a day video on keto, so I'll leave a link to those down below as well. But basically, a keto diet is where you just don't eat carbs. You completely cut out carbs and you put your body into ketosis. So once your body is in ketosis, instead of burning carbs for energy, your body is burning fats for energy. So you are eating a pretty high fat diet. So you can be eating your cheese, your avocado, oils, all of that. You're having a good time. And I have personally really enjoyed keto. My energy is amazing on keto. My gut health is amazing on keto. And it's so funny because now when I do eat carbs, maybe I'll have some cake or bread especially. Oh my goodness, bread makes me feel so bad. I can't even begin to tell you. Even before I did keto, so it's not like, oh, you've gone from not being on keto to eating bread and that's why the effects are immediate and you don't feel great. Even before, I noticed when I would eat things like bread, I would just not feel switched on. I would not feel on it. I'd feel groggy, foggy. I wouldn't be able to get myself started. But when I have a keto meal, like basically a carbless meal, I eat and it doesn't change the way I feel. It doesn't change my mood. It doesn't change my energy levels. My energy levels stay at a constant good level until it's time to rest. For example, if I'm tired, then of course at night I, go to sleep normally. So that's one thing I've loved about keto, the energy aspect. It's meant that I can put more into my training, I can be more active, because honestly, when it comes to seeing a transformation, it's not so much about your workouts, but it's about those little bits of activity you do throughout the day. And the other thing I really enjoyed about keto is that it has really helped with getting more from my diet, in terms of I am now eating higher protein and way more nutrients, if that makes sense. Basically, before I wasn't so great about getting my vegetables in, and I wasn't so great about hitting my protein macros. I just sucked at it. And you really do need protein when you're trying to build muscle, repair muscle, and change your body composition. I am trying to get lean and mean out here, okay? I'm trying to build the booty, build the muscles. It's not for everybody, and it's not something that everybody can keep up long term. Some people see great success with it, some people don't. So again, this is one of those things where you'll hear people talking about keto, don't feel like you need to do it, because one thing you'll notice is a lot of people do it and then they just stop. So you need to think about your reasons of why you might want to do keto. For me, because of my hypothyroidism, keto has really helped a lot of my symptoms. So to me, it's almost like the way I take my medicine. That is pretty much everything. I hope this was useful. I hope it was informative. Like I said, this is just what is working for me personally. I'm not saying it will work for everybody. So please do comment below anything that works for you. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you get notified whenever I upload. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay luscious, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!